Welcome, everybody. My name is Kenny Hendricks. I am Hawksoft's Director of Partner Integrations, and I am extremely grateful today that all of you were willing to take the little tech hop with us. We had some issues with our normal webinar room, and so we spun up this one so that we can make sure that we get to hear the presentation from our presenter today. This is Hawksoft's regular Tuesday presentation, PartnerTalk Live, where we get to meet directly with partners of Hawksoft that help independent insurance agents be more successful. Another great way to interact with Hawksoft partners is to attend the Hawksoft User Group National Conference. I know that Bridge will be there. Many of our other partners will be there, and you can meet with them in person to have really meaningful one-on-one interaction and learn about how their platforms or systems and services can help you grow your agency, run your agency more efficiently, be more successful in the industry. I'm super excited to be here today with Charlie Griffin from the Redcliffe Group and Bridge. Charlie has been a longtime partner with Hawksoft. I remember being in a boardroom at Hawksoft, watching the original presentation of Bridge and what it was. And it's been amazing to watch over the years as the platform has grown and developed and added on so many amazing features to facilitate business communication and other work within an agency. I don't want to, spend any more time on me. I am super excited to introduce Charlie for a presentation on Bridge.
Well, thank you much, Kenny. Right back to you. It's been a privilege for a lot of years to be a partner of Hawksoft and to meet some really wonderful people, both at your company and through the customers, which I see some of you guys out there. So to the ones I don't know, I will be in Orlando. So make sure you come say hey. And the ones that I do know, hello to you guys, some old friends. Hey, John Morton. And anyway, so can never do that. So no, I appreciate you guys taking some of your time today to let me just talk about something that I believe is extremely important for the independent channel to embrace. It's something that, we're all behind on to some degree. It's a piece of tech called video, right? Video has historically always been this is going to change the world. No one will ever be on an airplane again. No one will ever travel. We'll always do video. I've been hearing that in my career since 1982, and it has never gotten close. But it got real close in 2020, didn't it? With the pandemic, the lockdown, we've opened the box that
Sorry about that. I got a little zealous with the mute button.
Oh, so
I apologize, Charlie.
I mean, good Lord, is it that boring already? The boss man over here is already muting me, guys. Fun tech, right? But through the pandemic, the video thing took off, and we saw where people work remotely and use video. Customers use video. Haircuts were not happening for years. The makeup was not worn, and what I think it's done is the survivors, right, through that system, like you guys, we've broken the mystique, right? When I used to talk about video and using it in your business, people would just shy away because it was this camera thing, right? I can't be on camera. And now people get on the videos with me with their pajamas on, right? I mean, it's just that fear factor is gone through necessity. And so it's a very appropriate time to look at a tool that we have, which is selling by video and recording yourself and interacting with people both in a recorded fashion and live fashion like we're doing today. So, Bridge has this component of what we're doing today built into it as well for live video conferences, as well as a recording of those videos. So I'll show you through some of that, but mostly I wanted to just see where the world was, right? Carriers, direct writers are pushing people to use video. It's one of their strategic initiatives. And I know for sure, our new owner was a big player at Liberty Mutual. And he's reiterated this too, that it is very, very much part of their strategic initiatives to push video downstream into the IA channel, right? And then your direct writers are beginning to use video as well. So, we're a little bit behind, guys, on video, right? It's got a head start on us, but there's no reason we can't catch up fast. So the first thing is you got to go is, hey, I'm not scared of this camera. And once you're not scared of the camera, look, Kenny's on camera and, he's got things hanging out of his ears. And so it's amazing now what we see. And so let's drop that fear factor and go, all right, what can I actually do with this stuff? So I'm going to just share my screen on my side and kind of walk you through one and just talk about it just a tad. So this is the inside of Bridge, and this is the video section. So our video conferencing, that's live. That's what we could be doing right now, where I can create a meeting room, right? And I made one just for Kenny the other day and sent him that link, and we had a video conference and recorded it and can put it in my management system and everything I need to do right there. So they can be permanent, ad hoc, anything you want to do right here to actually create a customized experience for a prospect, your insured, your employees. People are using this now for their remote workers to jump in on the Monday morning, sales meeting type stuff. We all know about that one, right? So the one I really wanted to focus on today, though, was what we call the video message. It's the exact same thing as a conference and a screen share, but it's recorded, right? So you record it, show somebody something on the screen, send them a link to it. They can watch it. It notifies you when they're doing it, and you can move proposals, quotes, renewals, marketing material. It has no limits in terms of what it can be used for other than your imagination, right? I know some people that are using it for their holiday greeting cards now instead of cards and emails, that they're recording a video of everybody in the agency, with their hats and stuff on and Merry Christmas and stuff, and just send a nice email with a link to a personalized video. That changes the dynamic, right, of how we operate with each other. In a very disconnected world of electronics, of friends all over Facebooks and LinkedIn's and things of that nature, the actual ability to touch, shake hands, have a cup of coffee, look at each other across the desk, is dying off. So this gives us still back that ability. Even if I have to electronically deliver it to you, at least I can talk to you in some shape, a little human connection. And at the end of the day, right, that is why we are here, right? I do Bridge so that it can enable people like you guys to connect with people and provide the thing that you've always done, which is more personalized service and better service, because I know you than some lizard can over the internet, right? So this is what the beginning part looks like. And, it's just, you start recording and then you save it. And so I'm going to show you a few things that it'll do. The notify me, I can get an email or a text. Every time Kenny clicks on this to watch it, I'll get notified, right? And do whatever the case may be. I may need to call him right then. Like, I know it's going to take him 5 minutes to get through the video. And then at 5 minutes and 20 seconds, his cell phone's ringing. Kenny, I was just thinking about you. Hey, what a coincidence. You want to talk about that quote that I sent your way? And I can know that he's got it. In video links are things that you can do where if you use ePay policy, you can actually get paid through our videos. This your YouTube channel and your Facebook page, and then customize to whatever you want. And what that looks like, this is the inside of the video message. Your company logo, there's that Facebook, and it'll launch off to Facebook, and this super awesome, cute dog will actually take you to my calendar page to schedule a meeting, right? So after you're finished with this, you watch the video, you kind of point up and say, hey, visit our Facebook page and like us there. If you want to meet with me, click on the cute dog. if you like what I've sent to you, click the button up there that says I'll buy it and go to my e-sign system and actually execute the document. Several different things we can do here. But then it's tracking it as well, where I can see the last time somebody watched it, right? If I just want to email it directly from here, we'll precede this link into your email system. When it got sent out, if I want to put it in the management system, you've got our button right here to copy that and put it in there. Because sidebar for a small moment of preaching, is that yes, this video thing is awesome. It works. It sells better than just emails, but it is also a communication with an insured and or a prospect that can many times be overlooked, that it's this, subject to the same E&O rules and regulations that every other communication you guys have is. And so you need to document it. It's really hard to document something out of Zoom, right? It's a big file, download it, move it around, who knows what. It's not real easy. We make that easy for you to do it here. But let's pop into one of them, okay? So I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen when I put play. I'm on camera. This is going to go. We got stuff. So if there's a weird thing going on, you're going to experience it for the first time, just like me. But this is me talking, right? And I'm going to turn the volume off. At least that'll work. So I'm recording this and telling you what I'm going to tell you, right? And then as I'm kind of moving through, we're getting to the point of, okay, this is my example of, I want to quote. You send me a PDF in the email and say, if you like this, let me know and I'll send you something to sign. Or if there's changes, let me know and we'll redo it, and you go back and forth and back and forth. I know my quote's not going to be as good as your quote, or I'm a really good agent, right? What you sent me from your current insurance company was crap. You had state minimums. Nobody had an umbrella policy on there. I mean, it was just cookie cutter minimums to get you the lowest price possible into your hands so that you'd buy, and that's it. They didn't care about Charlie, right? So you've created something that's comprehensive, that actually works for me and my family, so that I don't have to worry about losing my house when I'm in an accident and I get sued and it's outside my limits and somebody takes my house, right? I carry an umbrella policy, of course, because I have a marginally decent agent. Kevin Painter, so that's why I say marginally, right? So feel free to share that with him, by the way. But so I'm going to walk you through this. The point of that was, I know that my price point will be higher than what you have. I know you're a consumer, so you will go straight to the bottom of the PDF quote that I sent you and go, that's more than I'm paying now. Thank you. Have a great day. You're going to, that's behavior. This methodology, I get to take you to that first and tell you, here's what I found. You're exposed, underinsured, at risk. Traumatic things are going to happen to you, and I added those in to protect your family. That's why you're going to see this. Now let's go look at those things, and I'll walk you through them, right? So as this thing plays through, because it's on the computer, I can highlight things, right? I can talk you through these, circle this area right here. You can see I'm not good at drawing. Highlight these areas that were off on your other policy, right? Connect the dots. I don't remember why I did that. Oh, it was finished. And that's kind of the way this was designed along to do, right? So at the end of the day, this is me showing you guys where you can track it, right? So I'll send y'all a link to this video at the end. But so we get here, what's the point of all this? Oh, that's a terrible place to stop. Much better. Okay, so what is the point of this? It's changing the dynamics to meet what consumers are looking for and will look to today that's different than it was in 2019, right? I would venture a guess that most of you guys in 2019, in September, never thought you might close your physical office altogether and go remote. Never thought that you could survive by selling insurance over the phone only or through remote meetings. And you did, right? Because we didn't have a choice. Now we have choices, but we're used to this. And so this moment in time is right here. And it's, now to use video to sell. So you can see some of the things I've showed you as to how much better that process can be than just emails, right? Over the wall, hope they stick, hope you sign. This lets you bring the value. This lets John Morton be John Morton and in front of somebody that I can't sit with because I'm in San Francisco and he wants to sell to me who's in Atlanta. I'm not coming to San Francisco. No, but this can get us really close to having that same type of interaction. So my close rate goes like this, boom, right? Google all you want the statistics on video. Open rates for emails that have, hey, I made a video for you, and are triple just normal. 3 to 4 times more likely for this link to be shared with somebody else, right? So I need 2 people to sign 2 emails. Whoa, how can I get that done? But I send it to Kenny. Kenny can read this at 10 o'clock at night, watch it, and then hand his phone to the other person and they can watch it. And everybody can go, cool, all right, we're good, make it happen. Whereas the in office traditional email back and forth, it's really hard to coordinate people these days, right? Commercial applications, are right there too. I mean, video conferences with people in different places about commercial buildings and policies, they're complex. You might want to do this live to look through one together because there's 40 pages. You don't want to print it to a PDF, send it out and have to change one word. You can work on it live and in real time and then get that back out to the consumer to sign off on really quickly. It just fits the way we are right now. And direct writers are using it. Carriers are using it. And it will be one of those things that separates the wheat from the chaff. And I want us to all be, the wheat and not be in the chaff, because the tech that is now kind of standalone by itself expected is in our hands, right? And you can buy Bridge and get this Loom. You can get it from, this is not a magical creation of Charlie's mind, at Bridge for the concept. Now, all these things like this, yeah, to directly link that video to a signature document, that's me, right? So some of the sophistication, yes, but if you just want to get into the video game, you can do that for free with a Loom account or something like that. Don't know what security is on that, but nonetheless, not a complete sales pitch for Bridge. The pitch is, this is a tool that will make you money, right? I've been in business a long time. Half of this junk that I sell ain't going to make you any money, right? Only a few things can make you money. It can cost you money if it doesn't work right, but true revenue generation, video is it. That will truly generate real revenue. And it's easy to use. Don't be scared of it. Just try it. People are much more forgiving now, right? Because we had a year of having to do this kind of stuff, from your Sunday school class to your kids going online for video, and you're walking behind them and, you didn't know they were in school and the video cameras got you on. You just go, yeah, I don't care anymore. So the bar's been lowered, right? You look around. I don't have a studio, right? But this is how we work. This is how we work now. You want to talk to me, you video with me. You want to call me on the phone, and it's usually going to end up in voicemail, right, John? Send me a video link. I'll be there in a minute. But anyway, so that's the pitch, if you will, of selling with video. Tools are out there. The market is ready for it. Other people in the market are using it. And I don't want us all to be left behind by having a tool and we're scared to try, right? So that's all I had to say. And then we will I'll take questions until y'all want to go to the house, but it's Kenny's room. So he's going to have to take, kind of keep an eye on that, but I'll be, whatever y'all got on your mind, let's talk.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just put a message in chat that if anybody wants to ask a question, feel free you can unmute yourself. Feel free to let me know in chat, and I'll ask you to unmute. But everybody, this is my meeting room, so I don't have it locked down too tight. You can unmute yourself if you have any questions to ask. I love. I almost broke into your presentation, but I figured I'd been enough of a goofball today that I didn't want to attempt to throw you off. The text message that you can receive when they've watched the video, I love that feature, because I always talk about how in marketing, there's a lot of data and information that we have access to, and you have to be responsible with it. But kind of hitting the person when they're actively thinking about it in a natural way, not like an automated response like, we saw you watch the video, what did you think? But like just a natural, like you text them and you say, hey, just wanted to check in and follow up and see how things are going, or you give them a call. I love that feature. So John did ask, can you show us how you add a document to the video, how you capture that video?
Let me try and see. That may be a process that's kind of, might be too long to show on here. So I'll see if I can skip ahead.
Sure.
All right. I think this will do. So to be clear, the document you saw was just a screen share, right? That I was drawing on. So that was live, real time, me just literally showing you a document. As you get to the end of this, then it's hey, click here for the rest of the story, if you will, kind of goes through what we're looking at here, where you could actually then put a document here, right? Whatever it is. Create your e-sign documents from that, right? And I won't take y'all through that, but it'll take that file, bring me to e-sign, put my signature boxes on it, hit the stop button, go. And then this is where I can create that email actually of going, hey, by the way, I created you a video. And if you like it, here's the button to get the e-sign stuff, where it will auto send the e-sign docs out. And if I have them in here, then your blocks here and your content would be an e-sign button. Boom, just drop it. Drop the video button. Boom, and it'll put a small picture, and all that will go out that way. And then you shoot it on out the door. So that's the big picture way, is through what you just are seeing here. And then, something more quick, you can create directly from here. Right. Or you can create it here and you can populate it into where I was before. So two different ways. If you need a long something, or if I was just going to get a really quick message out of, hey, I love you. We're the best. This is what my agency does. You're going to be getting a proposal from one of my people in the office, but I'm the owner and I just wanted to introduce myself to you and say hello. Then I would do that direct here and then just get that link. Right, from copy the URL, drop it in an email to you, Kenny. Hey, just a quick video. Appreciate you looking at my agency for insurance. Have a great day. Let me know if you got questions. And then get me and Kenny introduced. And then waiting for the, a CSR to send a renewal form, or producer or whatever, who's going to send it out through the more, not elaborate, but more comprehensive documents that go with it. If that makes sense. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I think that absolutely. Another question that came in from the audience. So what is the kind of entry-level cost for Bridge? If an agency wants to try out these features, do you have tiered pricing? Like, does video come in a certain tier, or how would they start out? What would that cost them as an agency?
Great question. Currently, we don't have any tiered pricing. Bridge is an all-inclusive product that goes from the voice over IP system through everything that we have, from texting to the chat to the e-sign and the video. And then rates, we'll have promotions, things going back and forth. They'll fluctuate, but between $45 and $55 per user.
Okay.
And so, it's not set up currently to just be a video system for somebody.
Gotcha.
Our concept is comprehensive communication and documentation. So honestly, if you want to dip your toe into the video for whoever asked that question and see how this works, then, get a free account from somebody like Vidyard or Loom or whomever that does that, and just get a feel for it. And then come to us when you're ready to do it agency wide in an organized manner that you can do things with. So,
yeah. And I really sincerely appreciate the position you're putting forward, because, sometimes it's best to learn how to ride the bike before you get on the motorcycle. And so if an agency is like intrigued by this is just like a great overview of what video can do. Maybe see how effective it is, and then invest in this business communication platform. And there's so many reasons why Bridge and Hawksoft have a really strong relationship. I think one of them is definitely that we don't kind of cut things up. If you're going to use our service, it's all in there. And so that's something I've always appreciated about Bridge, is how much is folded into the platform, and how much thought goes into how it connects to a management system, how it connects to Hawksoft, how that documentation works. It's excellent. Any other questions from the audience? And again, feel free to just unmute yourself, turn your video on if you want to chat with us. We have a few more minutes here. We can hang out, discuss things.
And while anyone's thinking, to John's comment in the chat about, try it elsewhere for free and then, get it into the platform. We've done, I think, a really good job of taking something like a Loom or Vidyard or something else as a concept, and then creating it in a way inside a Bridge that's more specific to the way independent agents do business, right? A Loom is just Loom, and it goes to everybody the same exact way. Whereas some of the things that you see here, on our system, like the way the text to work, getting it to the management system, are very unique to that small boutique space that, Hawksoft and we all like to, call our family, which is the independent agents channel. And that does things a little differently than a real estate agent or a lawyer or a doctor's office. So you get those concepts, and then hopefully look at ours and go, oh yeah, and some of the tweaks that we've made. But then also remember that if somebody like a Loom, that's all they do, right? They have one product, they do one thing, they'll do it better than I will. Plain and simple, right? Because they got more resources, focused on one exact thing. So, one of the fun parts about being the experimental Ferrari type, company is a lot of moving parts. So sometimes we're just not able to put all the parts that a DocuSign or a Loom would have into our system, but our goal is to get 9 out of 10, right? So.
Yeah. And there's a factor of being a force multiplier where, you might have some pro level Loom account, some pro level DocuSign account, some, document management, sales automation. Those are all like separate bills, separate accounts you have to manage, separate logins. Whereas Bridge brings that under one house. And, I don't sell yourself short, Charlie. I think you got 9 out of 10 killer features. And then maybe the one that's missing is something that's just a little add-on or like a win more feature. I think it's an absolute force multiplier to an agency.
Sure.
Let's see here. There's some questions in chat. I think let's go with John's question.
And
it was
I'll talk to Mark's too. I mean,
sure, go for it.
Why can't we just use Zoom? Bridge seems to have a lot of negative reviews. I'm assuming towards the video part. Our initial rollout of video was terrible. I mean, it was terrible. was terrible. So what I've showed you today and what's been, in use for the last, time gets all muddled for me, 3-4 months, maybe 6, we threw it away and started over from scratch, right? So, well, when I say from scratch, the original was built from scratch, and we didn't have video qualified people, so it didn't work. So we used some open source video systems that were already mature and supportable underneath what you're seeing with Bridge this time around, right?
Gotcha.
So I didn't go try to invent rubber to make tires this time. It was Goodyear makes tires. We'll just get them from them, put our customization around that, and know we have a really good platform for the foundation. So that's a difference from the past.
Yeah.
The negative reviews, they were justified. And you can use Zoom. I mean, if Zoom has the needs and it's free for as long as you want it to go, and then not a problem. But it's to Kenny's point, why you wouldn't buy a Bridge just for the video. It's too expensive. It's not what it's there for. It would be I need these 3 things. By the way, I get video in it as well, so I don't have to pay Zoom, would be the way that goes, Mark. And I won't get on it, but I have some strong personal opinions about Zoom and security and data and where all that goes. So I'll share them one-on-one with anybody that wants, but it's not a forum for that here. Does that help, Mark? Mr. Morton wants to know if I can add anything about your recently being purchased. Love to. So the Cotter Group, Adam and Lisa Cotter, started Bridge, and, I was, if you don't know, I had a company, I merged with the Cotter Group. So we became one company that doubled us in size. And then Adam and Lisa wanted to retire recently. So back in April-ish, May-ish, somewhere around there, that process started. And we had lots of people looking and did not want to, we had management systems looking. Ones that won't be named, but we didn't want to sell to anybody who would rip it apart, throw it apart, merge it into a big conglomerate, sell it again in 6 months, and do what we see these guys do, right? Or buy it and kill it, right? Because they just don't want it on the market anymore. And so we were looking very tightly for the right buyer. So the Redcliffe Group is a name on a piece of paper in a lawyer's office. Really, the group is underneath is Hammersmith Capital, which is basically one person, Winston Smith, in the sense of he wanted to own a business. And so he's been going for 3 years looking for a business to buy in the insurtech space, specifically 7-8 years with Liberty Mutual. He ran most of the Midwestern states and wanted to be an entrepreneur and have his own business, to have a business that he could run, make, and give to his kids when he wanted to retire. And so that's how we found him through an investment bank broker. But why him was for that reason, because this is going to be an ongoing concern for him and not a chop sale, right? Like if I'd have sold it to somebody with an orange logo, it would have been absorbed, killed, muddled, died, the rest of the story, right? And so we did not want that to happen to the company. So they chose him to be the successor, if you will. Hammersmith Capital has about 16 investors in it that have different levels of, capital invested. I am one of the 16 that comprise Hammersmith Capital. So I'm still invested in ownership with the company to make it go and do things just like I was before. So nothing really has changed there. So as close as you can get, John and anybody else, still listening, it was really basically just like I fired Adam and hired a new, I fired Adam, got a new CEO, and that's literally the only thing that's changed physically. Experientially a lot, because we have money that we didn't have before. We have different viewpoints that we didn't have before. And so things that, just one person, Adam Cotter, didn't feel was important to do or didn't want to do, right? Because this is his baby, now answer to a board of directors. And so what I think you'll see all of us, customers going forward, is much more attention to detail, much more attention to user experiences, and much more attention to how do we position you guys to compete against Liberty Mutual or other direct writers, because that's his background, right? The board of directors is very strong in InsurTech, right? And they had started businesses. So it's a great group. So I sum all that data up with, I could not be more excited about it. It is so good for this company. It is so good for you guys. So good for new people that are going to come in here. We're going to grow in size, internally, provide more jobs to people, better paying jobs than we've been able to in the past. It's just, I could not be more pleased with how this worked out, John.
Beautiful answer. And from Hawksoft's perspective, we were kept informed along the process because Bridge is such a great partner of ours. And it really, independence is important to us because it's important to our customers, and the route that, Bridge took and Charlie and Winston are taking the company in, we couldn't have stronger support for it. You guys flew out to meet with our leadership team shortly around the merger and the acquisition. We have utmost trust in the new leadership of the Redcliffe Group and Bridge, and are extremely excited to see where this goes and what new heights you're able to achieve. I think on this high note, it gives us a good opportunity to maybe close out today's PartnerTalk Live webinar. Charlie, you have the patience of a saint. This folks might know this is the second time we attempted this webinar, and it was really touch and go at the beginning. So I am grateful for all of you for joining, for making the transition over to this room, for sticking with us. I will send out a recording, and I hope that you join us in the next Partner Talk live session. And also check out Bridge with Charlie. It's a great operation and can help you be successful. Thank you all so much.
Pleasure's mine too. Thank you guys for being here. And even if you're not our customer, you want to ask questions about this kind of stuff, Kenny can vouch. Email me. I'll answer whatever you need to know because we're family, right? So, all right. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and glad I've been a part of it. Take care.
Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.